Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. The US president said any Jewish person that votes for Zohran is a you know what person. Now, I'm not going to say this name here, I'm just going to highlight it. Any Jewish person that votes for Zohran, a proven and self professed JEW hater. All right, is a you know what person. So a lot of stuff here I'm just gonna skip, guys. All right, so again, Donald is not pleased. It seems like Zohran might become the mayor. New Yorkers expected to pick leftist Zohran in stunning election. So we're going to see what's going on with this news here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19. Number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. All right, let's see what's going on here. So New Yorkers are projected to elect leftist Zohran Mamdani as mayor Tuesday, opening a new front in opposition to President Donald Trump and raising the specter the president will retaliate against the city where he made his name. All right, here's the thing, guys. Things change. You know, this country was founded under Christian value, one nation under God, a constitutional republic. All right, and little by little, things kind of started changing, and it started in a church. It started in homes. Many has walked away from the truth. Many has decided to dance with sin. This is a reason why our land is being given up to foreigners. This is the tip of the iceberg. It seems like the church is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I do believe that God also hands nations to foreigners. We've seen Babylonians take down the Holy Land city, the punishment. All right, this country has walked away from God, believe it or not. There's been so many of the abomination, so many really bad things happening. So this is a wake-up call. What's happening in New York is just the tip of the iceberg. It says here, while Zohran rise in dominating headlines of year election for Gov in Virginia and New Jersey will be seen as even more critical gauges of the U.S. political mood nearly 10 months into the president bruising right-wing reign. Now, Democratic wins there will be seen as signals that the beleaguered opposition is coming back to life ahead of next year's midterm elections to decide control of Congress. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But remember, guys, New Jersey, New York, they always been Democrat states. Again, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Again, I know a lot of people up there, many Spanish people, they go for Democrats because what Democrats bring to the table is the free handouts, and a lot of people like that type of stuff. It says here Zohran, who unashamedly described himself as a socialist and campaigned on reducing costs for ordinary New Yorkers, was leading by 7 points on 41% in the latest poll. Now, here's the thing, too, guys, is that a lot of people are saying they're going to leave. They're going to pack the stuff and leave. And even some of the rich people, they're going to leave. They're going to be like, no, it ain't going to happen. The 34 years old was trailed by former state governor Andrew Cuomo on 34%. Republican candidates Curtis, founder of the Guardian Angels, I can't believe people not voting for this man here. It goes to tell you that New York is absolutely blinded. They just lost track of what New York really represents. And why? What happened to you guys? I mean, what happened to you guys? Sad. It's sad. All right, so once again, Curtis of the Guardian Angels Citizens Crime Patrol Group was on 24%, a margin that could sway the vote if enough of his backers shifted to Cuomo. So it seems like this is what Donald and Elon Musk are saying. stop voting for Curtis because Curtis is not going to win it. So you're just taking away votes from Cuomo. So they rather have Cuomo win, even though they don't like the man, but they rather choose him than a socialist, Zohran. So they're saying vote for Cuomo. All Republicans basically saying vote for Cuomo at this point. Polls were due to open at 6 a.m. and close at 9 p.m., while early voting, which wrapped up Sunday, saw more than 735,000 people cast ballots, according to election officials, the highest ever number. A total of 1.14 million votes were cast in 2021, which saw the election of current Mayor Eric Adams, who bowed out after his re-election campaign struggled to build momentum. Amid scandals and corruption allegations, he endorsed Cuomo. Hey, to all my Latino out there, Latino, Dominicano, Boricua, Cubano, Venezuelans, all them out there, everybody out there, even the blacks, you gotta go for Cuomo. You still want your bodega? You still want the empanada? You still want that cafe con leche? You still want to see that cat sleeping on one of those milk crates? Do you still want to see that? Do you still want to hear the bachata music, reggaeton, merengue? Then go for Cuomo. If you go for Zohran, you're not going to see none of that stuff. Eventually, you're going to be seeing camels, a whole bunch of different type of music that you never heard in your life. Are you ready to win? In a final push for vote, Zohran toured nightclubs over the Halloween weekend. He's trying to gain vote, that's what it is. Making a pit stop at one event called Poppy Juice without ditching his trademark dark suit. I think he was at the New York Knicks games, if I'm not mistaken. So if elected, he will be the city's first Muslim mayor. And far-right Republicans have scorned a video he issued in Arabic to supporters in a famously diverse city. Cuomo visited all 5 city boroughs Monday, while Curtis crisscrossed the city, pushing his tough on crime message. Curtis, hey, you know what you did to New York in the past, fixing crimes and all that. Again, that's you did a good job by stopping crimes, but that was years ago. This is a whole new world. A lot of people barely even know you, but again, they were basically like superheroes, put it like that. And when there were crimes in the subway, the stabbing and all that, they came out and protected those New Yorkers in the subway. But again, New Yorkers just don't know who they are anymore. It's like saying, who's Tupac? Who's George Washington? Well, it says here the race has centered on cost of living, crime, and how each candidate would handle Trump, who has threatened to withhold federal funds from the city. If communist candidate Zohran wins the election for mayor of New York City, it is highly unlikely that I will be contributing federal funds, other than the very minimum as required to my beloved first home, Donald Trump wrote on social media. Zohran fired back during a convincing event in Queens Monday. What was rumored, what was feared, has become naked and unambushed. The mega movement's embrace of Andrew Cuomo, he said. Syracuse University political science professor Grant said a Zohran win would set up a showdown with Trump. Now it says here, Trump would treat New York City more aggressively, he said. There would be some kind of political showdown. Now, Zohran, give me a second here, improbable ascent to the cusp of leading America's biggest city, has also sent shockwaves through the Democratic Party, which is struggling to decide whether to embrace a centrist or a populist leftist path. I think that this has to be a party that actually allows Americans to see themselves in it and not just be a mirror image of just a few people who are engaged in politics, Zohran said at a distance, Zohran said at a dance event with the elderly Friday. So this is like Nicolas Maduro becoming mayor of New York. Man. Or Hugo Chavez becoming governor of New York. Good luck, Big Apple. Good luck. It says here voters in the states of New Jersey and Virginia will pick a new governor Tuesday. Democratic Party candidate Mickey, a former Navy helicopter pilot, faces off against the right Jack, a businessman backed by Trump, with the two neck and neck according to polling. Now, in Virginia's race for governor, Democratic candidate Abigail has been polling comfortably ahead of Virginia's Republican Lieutenant Governor Wissam. Now, both sides have wheeled out big guns, with former President Barack Obama rallying support for Spamberger and Sorrell at two separate events over the weekend, and Trump scheduling teal rallies for both Virginia and New Jersey on the eve of voting. Obama also reportedly spoke to Zohran over the weekend, but reflecting the eternal party debate, held off endorsing him. Well, that's a shock. I thought he was going to endorse Zohran, but he didn't. He refused to endorse him. All right, so this is where we are right now. Donald is saying to the Jews out there, boy, you better stop playing. Who in the world, what kind of JEWS would go for a Muslim? But Donald was pretty wrong for saying the name STUPID. Again, this is America. People are entitled to vote whoever they want to. All right, but again, I think Donald was a little off when he said that word, again. But this is where we are right now, guys. So here's the thing. It doesn't matter who's in the spotlight. Remember, God is always in control. God allowed them to be in those spotlight. But one thing I tell you, we are seeing these foreigners little by little creeping in. What's going on, America? What's going on? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Share the video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.